of War. That is the brand new age that is coming to Conan Exiles. So we have the brand new update coming soon. 22nd of June is when it's coming out, and tomorrow will be the public test, so the test live client, so you can get in, test the game out. Remember, that's on PC Steam. So lots of exciting stuff. Those are the key details, but what are the highlights, what we saw in today's stream? Let's find out. I've got them all here for you, so you don't have to watch an hour-long stream. You can just watch this video and get an absolutely great idea on all the new things coming in about a month's time. So let's talk Purge Rework. They are reworking the Purge to a opt-in system. So they are finally changing it to something else. It's going to be great to see, because in the past, the Purge has always been very buggy, so hopefully this new change will help it out a ton, and it looks amazing, I'm not gonna lie. They didn't show us any examples, so I can't exactly show you, but it sounds extremely promising. There's also mention of, in the third chapter, we are going to see PvE sieges. Sounds really intriguing. They also mentioned that the Stygians will kind of be more involved into this season and age, so we're going to see a lot of Stygian references. They are coming to the exiled lands, and they're going to come and beat us up, or we're going to beat them up, you know. In the first chapter, though, you can expect clan hordes. What does it mean? Who knows? There is also clan emblems and customizable clan logos, so you will be able to pick some of the colors and themes to make your own logos. They also come in the battle pass. You get more different looks. You can't make your own custom ones, otherwise everyone would probably just draw wieners. But let's be honest, that's what would happen, right? Anyway, further on from that, combat and weapon changes. This is the one people got quite upset over, and it's very understandable. I'm holding my thoughts until I test it tomorrow on the public test, because then I can actually see how it works for each weapon, instead of just getting a snippet of the stream. Basically, they are giving it a big nerf. Ooh. So basically it's going to cost more now to use your weapons stamina wise. So instead of 8 stamina, it will take something like 20 stamina. So for the best example I saw in their stream, if you are using a hammer, a full heavy combo of the hammer will drain your entire stamina bar. And the lighter the weapons you use, the less stamina they use. The heavier the weapons you use, the more you get punished for it. So what they've pretty much said for this one is it's going to be essential to be perked into grit, especially if you are a sorcerer. It's going to be a big struggle, and you're going to have to really get some armor to help you with stamina or authority or something like that, or use some elixirs. It's going to be essential almost for this update. But on the other side of the fence on that one, they also buffed it, so now stamina will recharge incredibly fast. So instead of it just going now it goes zoom. So you should, once you stopped attacking, get your stamina back quick. So I think it's pretty much just going to be a kind of change up from how you usually play the game. What you're going to want to do is make sure you're taking small breaks in between, or stepping back a little bit to recharge that stamina back up, and that way you won't have any problems or pauses. So it's just pretty much a mindset change on how you attack now, I think, from what I was seeing, but I will judge that tomorrow when I fully test it. One of the things that really excited me, and we mentioned in our video the other day, is legendary weapons. They are making them better, and they're going to be giving us unique weapons. So they have a blue border instead of the purple one that the legendary ones have, and apparently they're going to be really special. The legendary ones are getting a damage buff, so that's really exciting. Maybe they will be more special now. I was hoping to see them have a bit more uniqueness to them, and like have special things of their own. So like some of them do, like, you know, they get a heating buff or stuff like that. I was hoping to see a bit more of that, but we're seeing tomorrow's, hopefully, in the public test live, you know, all of that, or the public test beta. It's a lot harder to say these days. As normal, new battle pass and bazaar items. We actually got a sneaky peeky of the actual battle pass, so there's going to be some new sets in there and whatever else for those who are interested. From what I saw, they are doing a lot more of the clan emblems now instead of the wall paints and stuff. They're not doing that so much anymore. and they will be doing the weapon stances. So if you want to like do like this, like King's Scourge, you can actually do that now. So that's going to be a thing. There are 2 new building sets by the looks of it from what I could see in the stream. There's this long wooden set that goes up against walls and it had a fancy gate. It looks really cool. I've never seen anything like it in Conan, so it looks insane. And then there was also another set that looks like the walls are made out of foundations and it had like a kind of dungeon-esque look, so that actually looked really fun. And that brings me on to the treasure system. They have a new treasure system you can use now. So that's what all the treasure was for. So you can go and collect coins and big statues. You literally haul the statues back home quite slowly. So you're going to need a thrall to help you or some friends. And you bring these big treasure pieces home, or you can teleport, by the way. So you're probably going to want to get your war maps up right now if you haven't, by obelisks, because you're going to want to bring these big treasure items back because they're worth a lot. So collect treasure, you put them in a coffer, and this guy kind of just checks off like, yeah, you have money. They're going to have that, and you can use this treasure for something. They didn't really say what it's for, but you can have a treasure room, and you're probably going to want to make a treasure room from what I'm gathering. So sounds interesting. So pick upable big treasure banks and coffers. They have new armor sets. I think we saw about 3 or 4. One of them looked like you had a big incense cone on your head and you could burn it. Kind of looked funny, giving me them baseball hoop vibes, you know. But the biggest thing I saw in there was capes, and I really like the idea of having capes in Conan, so there's some really nice caped sets in there. I think you'll really like them. My favorite one is the Ymir looking armor, where it's all fluffy and you've got these big horns. That's my favorite. I love that. They're also doing a heavy attack buff, so whenever you are doing heavy attacks with your weapons, they will do more damage and more status effects, apparently, from what I was reading on their kind of presentation that they did this time. So that sounds really good. So more damage, I guess that's to negate the stamina nerf we're getting there. So they have kind of thought about, you know, trying to balance that a bit with their new changes. So I'm hoping it works out for the better. I'm hoping it's going to feel a lot better than the old system, because if it doesn't, they're going to be in a lot of fire, I think, because the community were not keen on that one, and I totally understand why, because I always find like I always feel like I need to put grit into my character, because I always feel like I don't have enough stamina. So getting more stamina taken away is a bit like, oh no, I'm really gonna have to stick with the grit character now. So, you know, it's kind of a bother that. There's also going to be durability changes, so your weapons are going to be a lot more fragile now. They can break fully, and you need to maintain them with repair kits. They are changing the legendary repair kit to a master kit. I can't remember exactly what they called it. Grandmaster kit, there we go. They are calling it a Grandmaster kit now, and you'll be able to repair your best weapons with those. They didn't say how you get them, or if they're the same as the obtaining them as the legendary ones. They didn't say that at all, so I don't know, but durability is something you're definitely going to have to keep an eye on now, and make sure you're not breaking your weapon fully, otherwise you'll lose it forever and you'll have to go and get a new one. They have new 2-skull enemies coming into the game as well. They didn't say anything about what those would be or show them off, but they just mentioned them on a slideshow, so interesting. I wonder what those will be for. They have new hit points now, so better target locking. So on the mammoth they showed in the stream, for instance, you can target the leg separately, or the head, or the left or the right leg. You can target it instead of just one target in the middle of the body, so you can target several places at once if you want, and it's a lot less motion sicky now apparently, because they've made it less like jerky. So that should be good for people that like target locking. I don't like target locking, but I'll try it. Also, one for the people that really like the new nighttime, they have scrapped it. Unfortunately, they have reverted it back to normal, but you do get a little light around your character so you can see better. So it's like you kind of see a little better around you. It's not completely pitch black. It's kind of like how horror movies do darkness, where you can only see about a meter in front of you and then everything else is pitch black, and then that's just grayed out a little bit. So that gives you an idea on what was in today's highlights. I hope you enjoyed the kind of sum up of it. I wanted to keep it nice and brief so everyone could kind of have it in a watchable format on all the new things, and they mentioned a ton more as well. Apparently the patch notes are going to be huge, and we will look at them tomorrow as long as they give them to us, and I'll be testing out some of the new systems. So if you want to see more that is coming along the way, definitely make sure you subscribe to the channel, because you know me, I always keep you up to date on Conan, and there are plenty of guides here for you on all sorts of things you need to know. So yeah, it will hopefully help my channel if you do that. But anyway, thank you for watching, I love you, and I'll see you in the next one.